This is the 2024 Lexus RX 350, non-hybrid, pure gas, F-Sport, all-wheel drive.
You're sticking to your roots on this one, are you?
I am. This latest generation is a very good-looking SUV. Don't you agree?
Sure. Just kidding. I like it.
Come on, we'll be totally lying if we don't admit so. I like the sweeping lines on the side. They're really sexy. Did you notice it has 21-inch massive wheels?
And behind those 21-inch beasts are those 6-piston calipers. Whew.
Freaking crazy. Not only 6-piston calipers, the rotors are 15.74-inch. That's like 400 millimeters. They're massive.
That's bigger than my Honda Civic's wheel.
Probably.
Almost.
Now at the rear end, I really like the tail light that goes from one side to the other. It's really nice. And I also like how the rear windshield wiper is tucked in on the top so you can't see it. And did you also notice everybody's putting fake exhaust pipes on their cars? And this one, what does it do? Completely hides them.
Really?
No exhausts
I didn't
visible.
even notice that.
Now prices in Canada start at around $60,000 for the RX lineup, which you can get in a lot of variants, including hybrids. But this one, as tested, is at $75,350 because it has the F-Sport 3 package, which is $15,500 by itself. I also wanted to point out this amazing color. It's called Grecian Water. Does it remind you of Santorini at all, in like the little church tops?
I think so. It's
a very nice color.
It's that blue color that reminds you of
Beautiful.
Greece. Yeah.
Ah, Greece. And it's really nice to see that some manufacturers finally put some color on their vehicles, because what do you usually get now? Silver, black, gray, white.
Yeah. It's a nice blue. It used to be Honda only had that really nice blue color. At least now Lexus has something.
True. Now under the hood, it has a brand new 2.4-liter inline 4-cylinder that makes 275 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque with the help of a turbocharger. It's equipped with an 8-speed automatic transmission that works and shifts pretty well. And of course, it is all-wheel drive, and it also does some automatic electronic limited slip differential trickery. Now, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour comes
You know I don't
in
like doing this test with you, right? No!
7.7 seconds. That's not too bad. 0 to 60 miles an hour was 7.2, just as Lexus claims.
I left my stomach back there.
Come on, man. This is not a quick car. You didn't leave anything.
Just kidding.
If anything, your stomach would be down there because of the braking. Because the braking performance is much better than the acceleration performance in this car.
Okay, fine. I'll give it.
Now, fuel economy. The old V6s weren't the best in terms of gas consumption. But now, with this 4-cylinder turbocharged, what do we get, Steve?
We get a lot more power. Actually, I gotta give it to Lexus. They actually went turbo this time. I'm so proud of you.
But you said that you don't like something about this engine. What's that?
It's noisy. I don't like it that it's noisy. But that's a trade-off.
Typical
So-
4-cylinders. You get the torque, you get the better fuel economy, but you get a shitty soundtrack.
Yeah,
It is
okay,
what it
fine.
is.
Yeah.
But speaking of fuel economy, when I was nice to the vehicle and did my usual circle where I measure stuff, it was 11.9 liters of premium gasoline for every 100 kilometers, which is like low 20 mpgs, like 21 or something like that. At the front, we have McPherson struts. In the rear, we have a multi-link layout. It has adaptive variable suspension, so it has dynamic dampers, and also has a few different driving modes, including a custom mode, which you can set up your own way. Obviously, it's a luxury vehicle. It's a 2024, so equipment-wise, it has a nice sunroof, it has LED lighting, all the driving assistance, airbags, whatever, but it has a very interesting proactive driving assistant, which I have not seen before.
Yeah, it's proactive. Now,
think?
let me elaborate on that a little bit. I found it a little bit weird, but it was kind of nice, to be honest. But it was weird. You gotta adapt to it a little bit. But it's kind of cool because you kind of coast off the gas pedal. And if you're one of those guys who's talking to someone and all of a sudden, you're not paying attention in front of you, like me sometimes, or if you're on your phone, because a lot of people are these days who shouldn't be on their phone, that might save your butt because it'll actually start braking for you because it'll say, hey, dude, you're gonna hit something.
So this is exactly how this proactive driving assistant works. As you can see, I'm in traffic. If I let go of the gas, the car steps on the brake. It's almost like it's doing one pedal driving. It predicts, it knows exactly where I'm gonna go, and that's very interesting.
So
what it does really, it proactively sets up the vehicle based on what's happening around you. So when the car in front of you slows down, the car slows down. If you're going too fast for a turn, it will slow down at the entry of the
although
turn.
I didn't really notice it that much, but
it does. It in traffic, it feels like it's doing one pedal driving for you, because as things are slowing down, the car slows down also. So if you're used to an electric car, you might like that. If you're not used to it, it's very intrusive. So to be honest, I tested it out. I was like, this is fun. But
I don't
then
think it's intrusive.
I ended up killing it because I wanted to drive the way I like. So
I don't mind it.
It's interesting though. I have to give it to Lexus. It's well done. I like it, but I didn't prefer it. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, kind of, but nothing you say makes sense to me. So
it's true. What do you think about the Mark Levinson sound system?
It's good. I just think it's just loud. I don't really feel that there's any depth to the sound, like like a B&O system or whatnot. I mean, it's good. I mean, you got deep bass. It's loud. You got nice highs, but that's it.
As long as you don't play it really loud, I think it's very nice. If you crank up the volume towards the red line, it gets a little bit harsh, but otherwise, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it favors the vocals a lot. So if you're a vocals type of sound audiophile, if you want to call yourself that, sure.
Now, another area that's massively improved, I'm pretty sure you agree, Steve, is the infotainment. Look what they did here. They went from absolute garbage to simple perfection.
I wish I had a picture of the before to add in this video, so maybe...
Remember that stupid trackpad that used to lock in positions and was just a nightmare to use?
Forget the trackpad. There was 5 million buttons on the dash that made you try to figure out, maybe if I press this one, I might get my heated seat, or maybe if I press this one, it might turn on my steering wheel controls. But no.
Bottom line, this touchscreen implementation, way better. This is perfect.
Yeah.
This is perfect. It has wireless Apple CarPlay and a wireless charger, and probably Android Auto, but we don't have Android, so I don't know. But it's so reliable, it connects every single time I get in the car, and you know what? Immediately, like I get in the car, the moment the infotainment boots up, I'm connected to CarPlay, which I love. You know what else I love? Look at these backup cameras. It does the Land Rover thingy with like the transparent vehicle, so you can see what you're running over. So if you run over a cat or a squirrel or something, hopefully that's not alive, you can see it. So
you'll see it under your car?
Yeah. You're gonna see it when it's under the car now. Hold on. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna put the car in reverse.
Okay.
Let's see. Ready? And you're gonna see the dirt bag right there. Look. Look at the dirt bag.
Oh, so you won't run over your cat or dog?
Nothing.
If they're not smart enough, you know?
Pretty cool, huh?
So all you cat lovers and animal lovers, there's a safety feature for your pets.
Although, in all fairness, if it's underneath your car, it's probably already too late, but, you know.
Oh, no, sometimes things lie under there. You never know.
But it has a trail mode, which is interesting. That's why it probably has that for off-roading.
Yeah, see what's under your car. And
I mean, who's going to take this thing off-road? I don't know, but it's there. Now, the interior, very well built. You have to go really down low, like here in the door cards, to find some plastics that don't really belong in a Lexus, but whatever. The rest of it is all nice squishy plastics. It's like ultra solid, no sand tracks, no creaking, no cracking. The design, love the suede and stitching and red leather, and it's a very horny interior. I like it.
Did you talk about the cup holder?
And yeah, press that button. Show us what it does.
No, forget the button. Look, if you drink a large or extra large Timmy's and you find it doesn't fit in your cup holder properly,
Timmy's coffee. Yeah.
You push it down, and look, it fits. Now, let's say you just have a small, and you know how sometimes you put the cup in and it doesn't fit? There's a little button in here, you push it.
So if you have a small one, you push this little button, and then it becomes shallower. I wish other things had that too.
Yeah, there you go.
The driving position is fantastic. I love the seat comfort and the way it supports the body. Excellent. Visibility is amazing. You get blind spot monitors. I'm really happy sitting behind the wheel of this car.
Even sitting behind the car was good.
Yeah, even in the back seat. So the back seat has very good climate controls for the people in the back. They have their own USB ports for charging, and they have heated and ventilated seats that also recline. So I think as far as rear seat accommodation is concerned, the only thing that's missing are curtains. Otherwise, everything is there.
Yeah.
And special thanks to Lexus and the F-Sport 3 package, the rear doors are also enabled for comfort access. So when you want to put your kids in first, you grab the door handle in the back and voila, it opens. However, one of the complaints is that the weather sealing around the doors is a little bit too hard, so the door needs a little extra of a slam there to shut it. I mean, for the first time ever in a very long time, I've had 4 door still open incidents with my children, so that's why I noticed. The other negative here is there's a little bit of wind noise on the highway.
A little bit?
A little bit, not too much.
A little more than normal, I would say, but it's...
I would say a little bit. The other negative is, as we said before, the soundtrack from the engine isn't the most pleasing, as I will demonstrate now.
Now, it's a little louder when it's cold.
A lot louder when it's cold. When it's warm, it's quiet. I mean, when you're driving it at regular pace, you don't really hear it.
No.
In all fairness. When you gun it, you hear it. It doesn't sound like anything special. That's why they even hid the exhaust, I assume, in the back. Anyway, I don't think this car is going to be driven hard.
But if you're going from a 6 to a 4, you'll notice the difference.
Yeah, that's the benefit of a 6-cylinder. It's silky smooth and sounds good. This one, neither. Regarding visibility, you also get a digital rear view mirror that turns into a display through a camera in the back. You have a pretty nice heads-up display, and of course the instrument cluster is all digital and has pretty good information displayed, so all good there. Now the trunk has a power liftgate and really good roominess. The cargo capacity is 838 liters, which I guess is to the ceiling, but nevertheless, it's pretty big. The RX can also tow 3,500 pounds, and as we said before, it even has a trail mode for light off-roading. The other thing I really like is that the front windows are double glass and they have the lamination inside, which is really nice. And also when you close them, they have a soft stop quality right there.
Wait, let me try. Look at that. That's a piece of art right there.
You know what rhymes with art?
Don't even go there. Let's go. Come on. There's no ionizer in this car.
As a highway cruiser, I have to say this thing will really make miles disappear. It's very relaxed. It's a very nice road tripper. But if you hit the back roads, again, the steering feels quite nice. The brake pedal inspires lots of confidence. The grip limits are pretty high. And dynamically, the suspension controls the car really well. If you push too hard, it will understeer. But then if you lift off, you can cause some oversteer there and some flashing lights on the dash. It's fun. I mean, nobody's going to really push it that hard. But for what it is, it's pretty good. Obviously, this thing is not the sportiest thing on the planet. But what I really love about it is how it combines luxury, comfort, performance, and the most important thing, reliability, which most of the Europeans do not have.
You missed something. Practicality.
Okay, it is very practical and usable, but so are all the other SUVs. Like, let's say the X3 BMW. Would you pick this over an X3? Because I would.
No. And I get it. This is going to be way more reliable, yes. Mainly because of all the less maintenance you're going to have to do on this car. I can't sacrifice fun for reliability. It's just, I don't know. I can't do it anymore.
You know what? If you're a project manager for a Lexus car and business told you, make this vehicle $5 cheaper, what would you remove from this car?
The broken lights.
Exactly. The little instrument panel, the area with the warning lights, they're not needed in a Lexus, and you can definitely remove that.
You know what you don't need for sure?
What?
Is the check engine light, because you'll never need to check it.
Exactly. Well, no, if you maintain it properly, you'll be fine. But that's the difference between Lexus and everybody else.
Yep.
Because everybody else, something will go wrong eventually, sooner than later, and quite frequently actually. This one, damn. Our buddy Speedo has 3 RXs. The worst one has like 300-something thousand kilometers, and it still runs like a clock, a Swiss clock. So, what rhymes with clock? The one thing I need to tell you once you stop laughing is, you know what's not really good in this car? The corrosion warranty. Because the only way this car will ever die is with Canadian salt and rust. And the corrosion warranty on this car is how many years? Take a guess.
10?
5.
What?
So if it rusts after 6 years, you're on your own. Which I think is sheer bullshit. They need to up this. But it's not only Lexus that does this. Everybody almost does this. In Europe, you know what the corrosion warranty is on Toyotas? 12 years.
Really?
12.
I did not know that.
Here, 5. We get the short end of the stick. Anyway, bottom line, the RX, the 350 especially, I think is the best buy in the RX lineup because it gets rid of the CVT transmissions, which the 500H has a 6-speed, but still the 8-speed is the best one, and it's the lightest one since it's not even 2 tons. And of course, it gets rid of all the complexity. This is as straightforward as it gets. So from me, this car gets a very well-deserved 9 out of 10. What
Really?
do you think? Yeah.
I'd give it a solid 8, but not a 9.
I like it a lot. And on that bombshell, hope you enjoyed this video. Share it with your friends, press the like button. Most importantly, subscribe. And also be well. See you next time.
Bye.
Perfect.